Next to Harmony, Selena Gomez, who stars in the movie in the role of Faith.
This is for Selena Gomez. Selena, I want you to talk about this transition that you've been doing from being a former Disney star to a more adult role in this film.
Well, whenever my series ended, I was really excited to start doing a couple of movies, and I thought that doing the independent route would probably be best for me. And whenever Harmony mentioned my name and I read the script, I think if there's anybody that I'm going to take this risk on and doing the transition, it would be Harmony, because whenever I met with him, we met for like 2 hours talking about the script, and I think he really believed in me, and so I guess in a way he took a chance on me to put me in this movie, and it's been a really great experience, and it's a hard transition, I think, but I'm having fun doing it, so hopefully people will accept it.
I mean, I think the first person I met was Selena. She came down to Nashville and auditioned in my living room, which is really amazing because I didn't know anything, about her personally. So we have all this kind of crazy artwork in the house, and I was like flipping it over, because I didn't want to spook her. And
he thought I was like a super Christian, and
yeah, I didn't know.
He put away all of his art. I was like, if I'm a Christian girl, I probably wouldn't have done this movie with you. Harmony got us to do things that I didn't even think I was able to do, and it's a dangerous thing. You could probably get me to do anything, which is bad. But it's good that we have that trust with him. It obviously paid off. Yeah. Example. Well, I mean, right, like the scene with James. I have a scene in the movie with James, and Harmony had been planning the scene in his mind for 2 months before the movie, and he told me 5 minutes before I did the scene. And I've only worked with James for maybe 3 days, so I really didn't get to know him as well as we all know him now, I guess. And he just, I asked him, I said, well, what do I say? What do I do? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, but am I crying? Am I mad? Am I sad? He goes, sure. And he just threw me in these situations, and it was good. It was amazing. It was a challenge, and it was a lot of fun. And I didn't think I'd ever be able to smoke a bong, too. So.
And what's your favorite Selena Gomez song, James Franco?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, Love Song, of course, is my favorite. Love You Like a Love Song, is that what it's called?
Love You Like a Love Song.
Yeah, I first heard that on New Year's Eve. Selena sang at MTV, and I was there, and I was just taken like everybody else. And as far as the singing...
He didn't need pointers. He was great.
That was just something I practiced in my trailer, and we just went with it, and turned out I'm happy with it. Yeah. Ashley doesn't like it, but I love it.
Off the top, you were asked about this transition part of your career, and you said it was hard. Can you get a little more detailed about kind of the challenges you're facing right now?
Well, the biggest challenge for me is that I do have a younger generation of fans that support me and that mean a lot to me. Everything that I do is for my fans. My music, my shows, my clothing line, everything is for them. And so whenever I took on, this movie and all the rest of the films that I was a part of this year, I knew that they weren't going to be very suitable for that generation. So I just meant that it was hard in that aspect, and plus I think it's hard for people to take me seriously that way because of the brand that I've been given, which I'm thankful for, but having that, and people obviously put you in this little box, and it's just hard to kind of all of that together, just kind of make it right and smooth. So that's all. Is this part of breaking out of that brand? Sure, but it's not necessarily me breaking out of anything. It's just me doing something that I really want to do. I'm super passionate about the acting part of what I do, and I just want to do stuff for me sometimes.
You mentioned your younger fan base and how you do care a lot for them. Any kind of message to those younger fans who might want to try to see this movie?
Don't see it. He wants them to see it.
It's educational.
No. I wrote a message on my on my social networking site to them, saying, kids my age, my generation, I think that they should see it because it is very real. We're not really sugarcoating anything. But then I put underneath, I'm like, it's rated R, so please don't see it if you're under 18. So I don't know. That's as much warning as I can give to the parents and the kids, but you can't control what kids do. So,
Selena, how did you feel about leaving the group early and missing out on a lot of the the fun towards the end? And perhaps Rachel as well. And just one other thing. Harmony, do I recall it in our last interview that you're Christian? Catholic?
Christian? No.
Okay.
Jewish guy.
A Jewish guy. So how do you relate to the violence in the film that some people were put off by at the screening? And if Selena could go first. Thanks.
I was bummed I missed out on the strip club stuff, but I don't know. I felt like this character was right for me. Of course, I actually would have loved to have stayed in general just to be around them, and I love watching Harmony work and the girls work. But I think I liked what I did with my character, and I think it was right for me. So.
A lot of people asked about your young fan bases, but I'm just curious for the intended audiences, when adult women go and see this movie and they walk out of the theater, what's the one thing you want them to be talking about for each of your respective characters?
Like Harmony said, to be moved by the film, also by the performances. I think all the girls did so well, and they kind of get stuck in your head. And when I watched it for the first time in Venice and all together, and all of their characters just kind of stuck in my mind, and they have this certain confidence within them, and it's a little twisted, but it's kind of admirable at the same time. And in my mind, that's how I walked out of the movie thinking. So.
Next to Adam, we have Selena Gomez.
Yeah. Give it up again. Now, people don't usually clap at these.
Selena dons the
I know,
role
they're
of
like,
Mavis,
"We don't need to clap."
Dracula's daughter.
We're getting a smattering going.
Selena, you talked a bit yesterday about diversifying your career, reaching out and doing other things. Can you talk a bit about the challenges of just doing voice as opposed to...
Yeah, this one was actually, I've done a little animation, but it's like a couple of lines. So this was the first time that I actually did something that was a big part. And it was hard at times because it's hard to act with your voice, and it's unusual for me because I'm new to it. But I had a lot of fun, and Adam was there almost every recording I did, so it was nice to have his support, and I hope...
You're my maybe wavy, of course.
So, is there anyone on the panel who has a strong memory of the first movie you saw in the theater? Sort of what impression it left on you?
I can't say mine.
What was yours?
Seed of Chucky.
Oh, was it? How old were you?
I think I was...
What movie was that?
Seed of Chucky?
Seed of Chucky. Yeah. That Seed of Chucky.
I think I was probably 9.
That's old enough.
What? You're an overprotective father in this movie, correct?
Yes.
So,
yes.
How about Selena? Are your parents still a little overprotective of you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Very.
Do you channel that at all for your?
Yes, completely. Yeah, I can relate to it. I mean, I just turned 20. I still live at home, and so by my choice. And it's good, but we've had our up and downs. I'm still kind of dealing with it.
Do they ever yell at you and say, "Get a job"?
It's one thing I don't have to worry about.
And Selena, you want to talk a bit about Mavis then, too, when you saw the image of Mavis and what you were trying to project in that?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of took me a minute to picture what kind of voice that she would have. Luckily, I sound a lot. I don't sound 118, but I sound younger. So it was fun, though. It took me a minute to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, but it was fun. They helped me, too.
First question, Selena. You're working here with some serious comedy heavyweights. I'm wondering what that was like for you. Obviously you brought your musical talent, but you're kind of new to doing the animated comedy.
I'm new. I'm young and new in general, so it's very intimidating. That's not supposed to be offensive. Sorry if that is, but it's good. You know, I definitely, it was good for me at first to go in by myself so that I could kind of get used to the character. And I actually didn't know that he was watching the first time for a while, and I had no idea. But it was good. I met him, and he was really nice. So it was easy, obviously.
And your show's funny. Your show
That's right.
it was a full-on comedy.
Yeah,
And
it was
you did.
good.
You did. My kids love Selena's show. We watched it all the time.
Thank
And
you so much.
it's a big deal that Selena's in the movie for all of us, that we get to tell our kids we know her. And it made my family tighter, believe me.